summer I went on a trip to France and Switzerland with the French classes. And I took French my freshman and sophomore year, and we just went on the trip last summer. So I had been out of the class for an entire year, so obviously I knew no French. I mean, I knew no French even when I was in the class, but like I extra really didn't know French. And it was kind of scary to think about being in a foreign country and like not knowing how to like interact with people. But it ended up being fine because we ended up staying in a part of Switzerland that mainly spoke German, so it didn't even matter anyway. Like we were all just as lost. My favorite part of the trip was when we went to this Brienzer Rothorn mountain peak, and to get to the top of the mountain we had to take our bus like halfway up to the top, and then a huge ski lift like the rest of the way up to the top. But the road our bus traveled on, it was a one-way road that would switch directions that it would go depending on the time of day. So we're in this massive bus going up the mountain, and there were like 5 cars coming down at us. And we like had to come to a standstill because obviously we can't move out of the way. We're like on this narrow path. So it took 20 minutes for like each car to come past us, and we're like standing still, just like inching our way forward. But luckily we made it up to the top, obviously, and it was really a really pretty view. You could see like the lake down below and all the other mountain ranges around us, and it was a really cool time. Another really fun part of the trip was going to all the art museums. Musée d'Orsay was definitely my favorite. It was the more modern museum of the ones I had compared to like the Louvre. The Louvre has a lot of like Renaissance paintings like Mona Lisa, and besides Mona Lisa, I couldn't really recognize any of the famous paintings. But Musée d'Orsay had a lot of Van Gogh and Monet. It was really beautiful to see like in real life and like get close and see like the texture and everything on the paintings. The only really like bad part about the trip was the food. It was like really gross, honestly. It was really bland and like boring. Besides like they had like ice cream, obviously. Everyone everywhere has ice cream, and it was fine. But they tried to feed us literally like a bowl of cheese for dinner, and all of us were like, sorry, like I can't do this. Like this is nasty. I'm not gonna eat this. We had to like go find pizza in this like little town in Switzerland so we could eat something and not just like eat bread and cheese. My all-time favorite part about the trip was when we went to this thing called an air museum, and I had really no idea what an air museum was until we got there. Our tour guide kept like hyping it up. He was like, you guys are gonna love this air museum, it's so cool, but like what is an air museum? So we got there, and it's basically this huge park, and there's all these different trails in it. And you kind of get to like pick which trail you want to go down. Each one is a different region of the world or a different time period that would show different architecture, which is cool, but like that's also kind of boring. It's just a park. But the really fun part was it was basically like an open, free-range farm. And there were animals all around. There were like chickens. There were baby goats that you could just like hang out with. I remember we saw a group of toddlers like harassing this chicken, trying to pick it up, and I felt really bad for it. There were also no workers there. I felt kind of unsafe, like being around these animals. I was like, I feel like someone's gonna hurt an animal, or animal's gonna hurt me, but you know, nothing happened, so it was fine. I am really thankful for this opportunity to go on the trip, and that's why I chose to talk about it for my speech, because I think that if I had gone to like, a different high school, I maybe wouldn't have got this opportunity to travel to Switzerland and Paris and get to become friends with people that I wouldn't have got to talk to